All right. Hey. Welcome. Welcome. Woo. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. How's everyone doing? Just checking my stats right now, making sure frame drops are not a thing. It looks like we are okay to stream today. That's good, because we were getting some nasty ones at the end of the last stream. Cool. Cool. How's everyone doing? This is the 12th Raging Loop stream that we're going to be doing today. Raging Loop is a visual novel. If you're just stumbling in, if you haven't seen one of these before, and you want to avoid spoilers, definitely check out the YouTube VODs. They're all up on my YouTube channel. I saw a sheep and I came as soon as I could. What's up, Garm? Yeah, I think we're going to run into a sheep today for sure. So we're doing part 12 of Raging Loop. I think I'm close to the end of the game. But if you want to avoid spoilers, you can watch them all on my YouTube. Also, just uploaded to my YouTube is my debut stream from yesterday, if you missed it. Or if you want to rewatch, see the exhibitions again, that's all up there as well. I do also want to highlight next week's schedule. Next week's schedule is kind of sad. I can't stream much next week. I can only stream one day next week. I am offline, either running tournaments or at a tournament for 6 days out of the next week. So Monday and Wednesday, I'm running tournaments for Impurist Club. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I am at CEO. So only Tuesday next week will you get a fighting game stream out of me, which is a little disappointing, but it's okay. I'll still be on Twitter and stuff talking and trying to stay active. Yeah, we're going to play Raging Loop. As far as recap goes, so this is your last spoiler warning. So as far as the recap goes, we have looped around 3 times already. We're in our 3rd loop, and we are the wolf with Haru and Kaori. We're playing the game quite well, and we just got Tai framed to be hanged, and so we're at a point where all 3 wolves are still alive, and there's only like 4 or 5 civilians left alive on top of that. So we're looking to be in a pretty good position to win the game, but we may have also just got baited by Hashimoto. Hashimoto is the biggest threat right now on the human side. So we're going to have to see where it goes from here. And yeah, I think we'll just get right to it. I know usually some regulars would be streaming in a little bit more. I don't want to get too gung-ho on starting it, but I also want to try to finish it tonight. So I think I'm going to get to it, and we can catch folks up as they get in here. So let's hop on Raging Loop. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay. Let's go here. Let's get the game sound on. All right. All right. So yeah, we just decided to hang Tai, which I don't know if that was the right move, but we'll see how it goes. Do your job as the snake. As I held the rope, she told me that. Certainly. I'd work as a fake snake, though. I gave her the usual rise not spiel and pushed her. The moment she fell, she let out a sharp sound like a tearing cloth. No! Of course she would. No one really wanted to die. Yasumizu people, old people, no one at all. Perhaps she wasn't as prepared for this as she was last time. The tense rope seemed to shake from her struggling longer than last time. And then, Tai Yamawaki died. I don't need food today. That was what he said after the feast had ended. Why? I suspected Mami Kaori, so it'd be kind of awkward. It really didn't seem that way. He said that with Kaori-san nearby and with a full smile at that. I don't mind. It is important to suspect everyone. Thanks, but I've already decided. I'll have some tomorrow, though. Sorry, Mommy. Mommy, sorry. Mom. Bye. Wait, where are you going? I'm back to the dorm. It is dangerous in the mist. About that. If there really was something there, I think something would have already happened when we went back to our rooms in the evenings. That's true. It's not like there's a law that says we should all spend the day together. I'm not worried either. What? Then I shall go back too. I'm not wasting time here. What an ominous line. I do think we should be in a group. After all, other people might start to worry that you'll use the mist to do something. Oh, so it's possible that I'll attack someone? I'm glad you understand. Okay then, bye-bye. He pranced into the mist. Oh my, he has me beat. I'm sorry. Mochi is the kind of person who doesn't care if he bothers someone. Nosato-sama, you should be more, adult about this. Oh, yes, of course. I'm not hungry either. Bye. Oh, crap. Haru-chan. Wait, were you even listening? People protested, but no one jumped out to stop her, so she ended up running away. This wasn't her just distancing herself from Kaori-san. This was the breaking up of a high school trio. Mochi was no longer comfortable around Yasunaga-kun or Haru-chan. I didn't know which, and either way, they were all through. And Haru-chan was still awkward about what she told Yasunaga-kun in the feast, or at least she was acting like it. I don't mind it. Unless they're hiding something, they're gonna apologize later. Yes. Yoshitsugu, can you help me? Huh? What a bother. Screw it. I'll do it. Fusaishi-san, could you go check on them? I can do that too. It's not a good time, Yasunaga. I'll do it. I accepted it, and then waited a moment for any objections, only to get none. Last time, Takumi-san had said the snake shouldn't go outside. Did they just not think about that at all, or had I already lost everyone's trust? He's so paranoid. Tell them not to worry about this too much. Alright, Rikako-san, I'm going out for a second to try and be a responsible adult. This is not fair. Yeah, sorry. No. I didn't really know what she meant by not fair, but now I was even more confused. Children are not fair. They are worried about, even if they do whatever they like. What a simple emotion. Hearing that made me kind of worried about you. Really? Well, my heart is throbbing quite wildly right now. Are you okay? Should I give you a massage? Creep. I'm here and ready to loop. Let's go, Koya. Welcome. No, it went away just now. How can you behave like that in this situation? I'm going. The order of things had begun to crumble. Which is good for us. We want chaos. Sorry. I took some items from the prefab and went to the dorm. Why are we going to the dorm? Staying in front of Haru-chan's room, I knocked on her door. Oh yeah. Who's there? It's Fusaishi. She opened the door. What do you want? She sounded moody, but there was none of the harshness from before. It felt more like she was perplexed. She was probably thinking that I might have come here as a wolf. I was gonna say something, but your outfit caused my mind to go blank. Please, Fusaishi, please stop being weird. What about it? This is what I wear inside my room. I figured no one wore this kind of thing since the war. Oh, I just remembered that Yasumizu people frequently survived on hand-me-downs. This was probably from someone else here. It was the exact opposite of her usual weird fashion, but it was strangely fitting. Hi, Wreath. Welcome. It was probably her face. It went well with distinctly Japanese fashion, no matter the era. Anyway, here. Eat up. What's this? In my hands, I had orange boxes of food, the same kind that Chiemi had given me the first time. They're like cookies. They're easier on your stomach. Here, take 3. Oh, I've never tried these. Thank you. You're hungry, right? You shouldn't force yourself. But it's awkward. Yeah, I understand. I'll apologize to Kaori-san later. And to Yasunaga-kun tomorrow? Yeah. Anyway, see you. Oh, okay. Is she gonna, like, kill herself or something? Because it's a little suspicious that she just basically said, like, yeah, fine, I'll do it all tomorrow. She closed the door. Uh-oh. Oh, Mochi, you snake. Mochi's trying to eavesdrop on people and trying to figure out who the wolf is, but he's playing coy. You're sharing with me too, right? I turned around but didn't see anyone. Whoa. Kochida! He sure was. His face was right outside the railing on the 2nd floor, almost right next to my feet. Huh? You jumped from the 1st floor? Yeah, like I could. I grabbed on from the staircase and climbed my way over. Wow, you really are a monkey. But I can't get down or up. So what are you doing? Hassan, help me. I went down to the 1st floor, waited until he let go, and caught him. What did you miss? Nothing. The group just kind of split up after we hung Yamawaki. So, nothing missed yet. We're only about 5 minutes into this. He was pretty light for a guy, so it wasn't a challenge. I made you blush, didn't I? Well, he did look like a small, cute girl, but I'd see something I'd rather not while looking upward, so ugh, yikes. So he really didn't. What are you doing? Are you fishing for laughs? No, I just thought you would spill the beans. Huh? I just think that Haru-chan isn't the type of girl to go on the offensive like that. I know there's this whole thing with her grandpa, but it's weird to make it Yasun's fault, right? Was she just redirecting her frustration with her grandpa at him? But that'd be weird too. The Haru-chan I knew wouldn't say anything that would make it seem like she's blaming them. She would just shrug it off. That's why I thought that you might have done something to her. What do you think? No way. Well, actually, it was hard to say that he was wrong, that I didn't. What the hell was up with this guy's intuition? I just came here to scold you guys a bit and give you some food. Oh, okay. Gimme. I did that, and he instantly opened it. Oh, sweets? Wow, it's sweet, but it's really good. I love it, Hassan. Don't force yourself to eat it if you're not that hungry. I just thought it was in danger of being poisoned back there. Kaori-san wouldn't poison you. I mean, she's only done it in every other timeline. What would make you think she wouldn't do it here? I feel like it already would have happened if someone wasn't there to stop her. What are you getting at? Can you go a minute without making weird assumptions? I do think that Mami Kaori is a wolf. If I said that with everyone around, everyone would just think it's a bother, right? That's why I'm saying it to just you. So, you trust me? Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do anything that'd earn you the corruption, right? I feel like you're hinting at something with every sentence that you say. If you really are, let me just tell you that that's not getting across. Really? Human society sure is difficult. What a child of the wild thing to say. Anyway, eat up, shelter, and sleep. And apologize to Kaori-san tomorrow. If I feel like it. Anyway, it's early, but have a good night. Oyasumi. Hassan. Are you and Haru-chan wolves? I couldn't let that question trip me up. Oh, you know, it's fine. I don't really care if you are or not. Or even if I die or not. I just had a hunch that she grew stronger thanks to teaming up with someone. What they're after might be a good thing or a bad thing, though. But if it makes her happy, I'm okay with that. Hey, why are you acting like that's true? It isn't? No, why are you suspecting me? Of course it isn't. There's no reason. I'm just thinking out loud. You should be more confident. I mean, I really couldn't. You know how you have to show your work at school? Well, I get a lot of answers right, but if I don't show my work, I don't get credit. I really don't understand proof or whatever. I just know things. Mochi is actually like just literally me in elementary school. And middle school. Like I never wanted to show work. I never, like, you know, I always kind of figured out the answer, but I never wanted to show how I got there. So, well, I could be wrong, but I really don't care. I've never tried killing anyone, but from what I saw in the hangings, it really didn't seem like all that fun or interesting. I want Yasun to survive and become happy, but that's probably impossible. Yeah, Kaori-san was a wolf after all. So yeah, I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. Do your best, Hassan. Gambare. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks, Hassan. Leave some of these on my grave. He knows he's cooked. He tore off another aluminum package. All smiles. I mean, do we kill him, though? He's on the right track. After that, I left the dorm. Mochi knew. There was no logic behind it. He just knew. Despite that, he said he wouldn't do anything. That was a lie. He'd already voted for Kaori-san, so he was definitely following his intuition. He'd probably vote for me at some point just because I seemed kind of shady. However, like he just said, no one would take his baseless accusations seriously. Even so, a vote was a vote. I was getting more and more of them. Would I survive? What did she mean? What was meant? I really don't understand. Sorry, Kaori-san. I even voted for you. It's fine. I know you were just acting. Did you see how perplexed Yasunaga was? Oh yeah, we have to kill Yasunaga or Yoshitsugu tonight, right? Your acting was really good too. I really like how you mentioned Takumi-san. And we're the ones who killed him. An act where they praised each other's acting. It's like a huge circle jerk. After I met up with Haru-chan and came to the dining hall, she started talking to Kaori-san like this. In Kaori-san's case, this was a side effect of the madness born of her emotions and sense of right. In Haru-chan's case, I told her to behave around Kaori-san, so I was relieved to see that she did. So, what do we do today? Once that nonsense was finished, she put on a serious expression. The situation was difficult and tense. Though it was just his intuition, Chikamochi Kamoshida was getting real close to finding us out. If I told this to Haru-chan, who said, "But it's just Mochi," since he wasn't really influential. She wasn't wrong, but it was entirely possible the humans would reach for any possible lead, just out of desperation. Also, killing him would reduce the number of confirmed humans, and getting rid of him early would prevent any info from leaking. The humans would wonder why the wolves would go for him, which could probably be pretty bad if anyone saw me talking to him. Then there was Yudai Hashimoto. He was antagonistic toward me in the most direct possible way. He'd set me up as the leader and would now try to expose me. His strange actions, like his vote, probably drew everyone's attention. If his words tomorrow were convincing enough, the idea that it was dangerous to have me as a leader would spread even farther. I couldn't help but feel it was best to get rid of him early, but it was too late for that. I'd definitely be suspected if I killed him now, but I wasn't completely defenseless. Though, I was also concerned about how we still hadn't fulfilled the promise to kill the Oribe brothers. Why? because I had no idea what Kaori-san would do if we postponed that again. If only she was more cooperative. Yasunaga Uribe was as influential as always, and he was considering my words as the new leader very carefully. Though, he was a lot less powerful than he was at the start. Not to mention he'd been protected by the spider once already. If that happened again, our situation would be really dire. Yoshitsugu, however, was better left alive for now. Like always, he supported his brother while being staunchly opposed to the elders and village heads. People who fragmented the group were helpful to us. The crow was dangerous at first glance, but as a false snake, I would only be in danger if his information ever contradicted mine. In other words, if there were no contradictions, I could actually use him to strengthen my credibility. Then there was the spider. To get rid of them, we would have to kill either Hisako, Mamiya, or Rikako-san. However, there were more immediate dangers. Right now, I had to pick one of those three. Oh boy. Okay. Thinking this through just real quick. I don't want to ponder too hard. If we kill Chikamochi, he accused Kaori. Kaori ends up probably hanging tomorrow. If we kill, because Mochi voted for Kaori. We kill Mochi, they hang Kaori. Yoshitsugu knows that Kaori was a wolf. And he and Yasunaga might go fucking crazy. That actually could be good for us. If we kill Hashimoto, I think if we kill Hashimoto, we get hung tomorrow. I think Hashimoto is a no-go. I think we get hung tomorrow if we pick Hashimoto. I think Mamiya takes over, says that Hashimoto has been saying to her in secret, hey, if I die, it was definitely Fusaishi, or something like that. And if we go for Yasunaga, it's very possible the spider's protecting him again. And if we don't kill Yasunaga, if we kill Chikamochi, and Kaori pogs out and kills both of the Uribe brothers, there's far fewer people to vote to actually get us cooked by Yudai. I think trading Mochi for a Kaori is a good trade. I agree. I think it's a great trade, and that's what I want to try to do. I named someone we had to kill today and provided some advantages of doing that. Yeah, if she pogs out. You ever pog out your gourd and just murder both your kids? Or Kaori kills us right now. It might just be one of those where it's you pick one, Kaori kills you now, you pick the other, Haru kills you now. I hope they would understand. But, oh, yeah, here we go again. Oh, shit. Why the laugh? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fusaishi-san. You seem to have given this a lot of thought, but I put it to waste. What the heck does that even mean? You've clearly never done that. No, she didn't. Did you touch the door? The only door that wolves could open was the first one that we touched. Yes. I couldn't have survived oh, so choice don't matter. I couldn't have survived another delay. She'd finally gone out of control. We wolves could fall to a single betrayal, so unity was even more important for us than for humans, and yet, she'd done this? Then again, maybe it was my own fault. I'd made killing her sons the foundation of our alliance. Whose door did you touch? Yasunaga. We didn't get him yesterday, after all. This night, I went to the dorm right after waking up, before you two even left. And was it unlocked? Yes, I'm sure of it. I even opened it up a little bit. That's some shitty play by the spider. Maybe the spider protected us, but that's some shitty play by the spider to not just... I think at this point in the game, you spam protect the same person over and over again. That was good enough then. If we had, if Yasunaga was good enough to kill last night, why isn't he good enough to protect tonight? Haru-chan was looking at me. She was asking if this wasn't the right time. Yeah. There was no guarantee that she could spend a whole day like a proper wolf after Yasunaga-kun dies. In that case, Kaoru-san, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? Can you die tomorrow? We would get rid of her. Didn't we agree that I would die after I killed both my sons? Gotta kill him and say that we checked Kaori? Ooh, that's a play. Kaori-san, think about it yourself. Could you spend the entirety of tomorrow like a proper mother who'd lost her child, perfectly hiding the fact that you did it yourself? Don't you think you would kill Yoshitsugu-kun right away just to find peace? It'd be too hard for you, right? You've already done something without our knowledge tonight. You're not wrong there. Well, I don't mind dying and finding peace, but... Don't worry. We will kill Yoshitsugu-kun, even if we end up losing. Alright, so I'll be hanged tomorrow. This is the red plan. The Queen's Gambit, I think they call this one. I can only hope she pulled it off well. We then talked about how we would go about doing it. We then returned to the dorm. And killed Yasunaga Uribe. Like we'd agreed, they were the ones to do it this time. They'd used whatever farming tools they could find outside. This music is so creepy. They were too rusty to make any clean cuts, so they had to stab him with a pickaxe and crush him with a hammer too. In the end, the body was barely recognizable as human, just like with Takumi-san. The only real difference was when we had to stop Kaori-san, who was bashing the remains while laughing maniacally. That was the end. After calming her down in the dining hall, I reminded her what she'd have to do tomorrow. Don't tell them about us. Deny having killed him. Be as emotional as possible. And I'm supposed to argue against you? I guess this is the last time we'll treat each other as allies. Thank you for everything. I really didn't deserve gratitude. Kaori-san, thank you. We'll fulfill our promise. The two villains said their goodbyes to the insane mother. They both felt strangely defeated, yet respectful of her. Kaori-san's gonna die, huh? Yeah. Serves her right. Anyone who feels sympathy for a Yomibito is a traitor. I don't have to think stuff like that, right? Yep. I don't like how she acts like a good person. I don't need anyone like her on my side. You don't have to think that way either. It's fine. I'd cry otherwise. That's just too exhausting. You can do that too, if you want. You can ignore anything binding your mind and body. That's the privilege of being evil. What were you outside, Haruaki? A preacher? Not telling. That's a secret of mine. I would like to know what Haruaki was before all this. Will you tell me if we leave this place? I'll think about it. How would I live after getting out? I wonder. I don't have any money. Would you help me out? You'd be fine with just a bit of money. I'd also need a place to stay and a job. I'll help you whatever way I can. Honestly, I'm not sure if we'll even be able to stay in Japan. We might even have to cooperate and escape. Yeah, right. It'd be way easier for you to escape on your own, right? Are you just being nice to me? Or are you actually falling for me? Well, which is the right answer? If you say the latter, I'd have to say you're lying. I mean, it's not like women are hard for you to find, right? What's this? I thought you were more reserved. Since when was this something that you talked about? Well, I'm interested in it too, after all, but I don't know what to do about it. And I don't want Ni-chan to hate me. Ni-chan's dead, honey. You don't have to worry about that. You liked him, right? What does that mean anyways? I didn't want him to hate me. Liked being with him and, you know, I wanted to try kissing him and stuff. Well, that sounds like more than enough. Isn't it a more special feeling, like the only one in the world? Well, aren't you the innocent one? Yeah. I won't say that there aren't people who feel a certain special sort of love. But isn't that what's normal? I don't know about normal, but with marriage at least, it's more like, I guess this person will do fine. Oh, cringe. I say that as somebody who has a marriage bet with one of my friends where if neither of us is married by 40, we're just gonna marry each other. So I will become this if if before too long. Great. Thanks for ruining my dreams. Really. I'd say that being able to live together with someone is pretty exciting. Did you ever live with a girl like that? I did. You think it's indecent? Well, I won't deny that there was a dirty side to it. Indecent, huh? I became a wolf, killed people, got blood on my hands, and I even turned into a villain. And honestly, becoming filthy really wasn't a big deal. I'm glad you're not chasing me with a stick anymore, at least. Sorry about that. Rico just replied and said, see, you're made for each other. Look at that. It's a storybook marriage. Well, that was an accident, a natural disaster. Hurricane Mochi. Ugh, I'm actually kind of mad now. Why? I wanted you to be unexpectedly pure. Damn. Wow, what the hell? Would you kiss me if I asked you to? No. So I'm not attractive, huh? Girl, you're in high school. It's chill, just chill. It's not gonna work. You actually turned out to be way more attractive than I originally thought, though. That's not what you... That's not what you say. You're just throwing her for a loop. Her hormones are everywhere. Just like, bruh, exactly. What the hell? That's kind of mean. Haruaki needs to, like, shut up. I mean, that in a good way. You're fun and interesting, and that's always been the deal breaker for me. But that's exactly why I can't do it. Warped affection would get in the way. Don't say loop. Warped? It is warped. We'd be criminals licking each other's wounds. This man's choice of words disturbs me so often. That's appropriate for a pair of villains, right? Well, where are your arguments now, villain? How much of that was you? Who knows? But it seems like this girl is ready to take you in. Care to give it a try? And you're fine with that? Yeah, here's God. Hey, Yuriark, what's up? Of course. A flourishing bloodline is always good. Even if the child is that of a villain? That certainly is its own manner of excitement. Perhaps if the evil you speak of mixes with myself, we might be able to bring down the great detestable Lord Shinai. Well, do you wish to lay with me? I sprinkled some water around us and slapped her. Hey! Get a grip, Haru-chan. Don't let her do what she wants. Ow! What are you doing? Haruaki used double slap. Tomorrow's feast is gonna be rough. Let's get some rest. Good night. I don't think that I like you or anything, but I'm not saying whatever comes to mind. I'm not just saying whatever comes to my mind here. You taught me about evil, and I feel like there's even more I can learn from you. I'm serious about that. Good night. Crap. She was becoming more and more my type of girl. I hate this. Get me out of this loop. Where's Jemmy? Where's Rikako? Get me out of this loop. However, I also didn't want to feel even worse about my memories of events that never happened in this timeline. Can double slap only hit once? I thought it was 2 to 5 times, but I'm not a Pokemon player. I'm more of a Pokemon than a Pokemon player. Day 5. This was the first time I'd ever gotten this far. To kill 16 participants without any intervention by the corruption, the wolves needed about 7 days. Day 1 of Hitbox? Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, I know like 2 inputs are easier on Hitbox. All the wolves were still alive, but that would change today. The humans could go on the offensive too. Something would happen today. Could I really survive this? Along with one of the wolves? The only one who found Yasunaga Uribe's body was his brother. Yeah, it should be 2 to 5 times. Without the elders around, he'd taken it upon himself to patrol in the morning. Finding his brother's remains like that must have been traumatizing, and I thought that as one of those responsible. Naturally, he went crazy. Unlike when he'd lost his mother, he wasn't crying. Who did it? Who the fuck killed Aniki? Aniki! His brother's death made him more angry than sad. He picked up a stick and swung it around with absurd ferocity. He charged at everyone indiscriminately and thought no one was hurt. We all had to hide in our rooms for a while. The one to stop him was, of all people, Hashimoto-san. He was the only one who didn't lock himself up. I understand how you feel. Whether in accidents or war, your pain is shared by all those who lose family. But the real battle will begin shortly, in the hall. No matter what happens, this will be a tragedy for you. But facing it head-on is the manly thing to do, right, Yoshitsugu Oribe-kun? You must know this already. God, fuck! He threw the stick on the ground, and that was that. It took some serious guts to face an armed delinquent and talk him down. Does it? Yeah, Hashimoto is like 300 pounds, and Yoshitsugu is probably like 130 tops. Is it really that bold of him to do that? Yasunaga! Yasunaga! Ah! Yasunaga! Yeah, Hashimoto also has, mind you, literally been in war. Kaori-san was acting like, well, no. She was crying for real. To her, the murder was his liberation from this harsh world, but it was also the end for them as mother and son. When you focused on that fact, it came as no surprise that the tears she shed were authentic. I'd also made her kill him as thoroughly as possible, so, you know, there was that. Anyway, this was not the time to have breakfast, and Yoshitsugu-kun insisted that we start the feast right away, so that's what we did. God, it's empty in here. Yoshitsugu-sama, divine sake. No. You need it to repel the corruption. I said no. Then, let us begin the feast. The old hag was a goddamn human. Angry as hell, he stood up and shouted that at me. We got so few people left. Why haven't any of you hit a wolf yet? Say something, you damn lunatic. Those were just the results I was given. Oh, yeah? Then who'd you look into this time? If you say you hit a human again, I swear to God I'll kill you myself. I found a wolf. Everyone present wore a poker face. Their feelings were completely unreadable. Say it then. Who's the wolf? He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go fucking crazy. Haraki's literally gonna hit him with the your mom. He's gonna be he's gonna be like, who's the wolf? And Haraki's gonna be like, your mom. I'm telling you to say it. I put on a burdened expression. If I was a human, it would have been extremely hard for me to accept that my employer and the one who helped me more than anyone else here was a wolf. You are mom. What? Say it then. To think she would kill her own son. No way. No way. I'll fucking kill you. If killing me will change the truth, then I hope you do it, Yoshitsugu Oribe. Yes, Kaori Oribe is a wolf. You're lying. You're lying. I'm not. This has to be some sort of mistake. Look at the state she's in. Nosato-sama, if that is not true, then that would mean either you or I are wolves. What? The people still alive are... There are 4 unconfirmed humans. Take away Meiko-chan, and you've got 3. And 2 of them are wolves. No, with Yamawaki-san gone, we've filtered out more than enough. Without Meiko-chan, we have 4 unconfirmed humans, and only one of them can be a human. I know I'm a human, so it has to be the remaining 3. Nonsense. I'm human too. And so am I. Mom, come on, say something. Tell him you're human. Oh yeah, of course. I would never kill Yasunaga. Damn right. So who's the real wolf? It's all your fault. Kaori-san quickly grabbed Haru-chan. Huh? Oh no, she's unhinged again. She's like Nagoriyuki. She's like super clean the whole match, and then as soon as the blood pops, she just has to go off. She was completely shocked for a second. You did this because you couldn't have Yasunaga, didn't you? Oh, so she was making a mess of things. You... What do you think your son is? You're so obsessed that... What? What? Say it. You're so obsessed with your sons that you've gone completely insane. Oh, this music is pretty sick. You brat, take this. Right before things turned bloody, the others jumped in to stop them. Of course, they were in no situation to continue the scene. Their act, which was mostly sincere, left everyone stunned. Oh man, a fight. I'll still say it though. Sorry, sir, for suspecting you, Yasun's mom. The one with the weakest reaction to the event, Mochi, said the line least fitting to the situation. You did it, didn't you? Weren't you friends? How can you feel that way about the death of a friend? She was basically attacking everyone now. It worked to show that she was a victim, but also made her a nuisance. Just like Tai Yamawaki. She was doing what we'd agreed upon. Well, I didn't expect this to happen, so... I did expect this to happen, so it's not that shocking. Kamoshida, I already know you're fucking insane, so... just shut up. Yoshi. Think about it. If one of the wolves wanted to kill Yasun, Mami Kawari would have stopped them, even if she had to stab them. Since this happened, it means she's actually approved of it. Don't talk like she's a wolf. Can y'all shut up for a second? Chotto mate. Everyone only fell silent because they were tired of making loud noises. Still, silence was silence. What is it, lunatic? You've already said your piece, right? I now want to hear what the level-headed people have to say. Yeah, little Chotto. With a tired voice, I said that, hiding my face. Hashimoto? I want to hear what you think. Oh, well, now this is unexpected. You're actually letting me talk. You'd talk sooner or later anyway. Figured I might as well give him the floor now and avoid a more decisive play from him later on. I won't say anything that's useful to you. I have no clue what you mean. He knows. Does he know? That makes this a bit harder. Oh, you're not confident. I'm about 70% certain. Well, that's more than enough for me. Very well. I'll say it. Apologies, but I think we should make Fusaishi-kun the sacrifice for today. He went and said it. However, it is not like I have enough to proclaim, with certainty, that he is a wolf. Why? I will present a few possibilities now. Allow me to bring out exhibits A, B, and C. First, Fusaichi-kun is the real snake. Oribi-san is a real wolf. And as are two of the four remaining. That was how we operated until now, and so far, we haven't hit a single wolf. We have one today. Yes, because I threatened you yesterday. So this was his story, huh? Fuck. And now, like Q-chan said, could there really be wolves among the four remaining? I worry that answer is no. Then let's set the possibility aside and consider a few others. These ones are only possibilities if someone who claims to have a guardian is lying. Everyone understands that, right? At this point, only Mako didn't. First of all, let's look at the possibilities of the monkeys, me and Chikamochi-kun, being liars. That is extremely unlikely. We revealed ourselves when everyone was still alive, and no one came out to deny it. And since we can vouch for each other, Monkeys are good, we get it, come on, move on. Next is the possibility that the crow is lying. He revealed himself on the third day. It's another fucking Hashimoto workshop, dude. He is just going down the list. You're free, you're free, you're free. He's just going down the list, freeing everybody up. But at that point, we'd lost the old man who cried wolf, Mudo-san, and Serizawa-san. It's not impossible that the crow was among them. That's why no one spoke up against him. Or maybe the real one saw the fake's reveal as a trap and didn't know what to do, as coming out would lead to the wolves killing him. Yeah, he's got slide head. He's got, like, unblockable projectiles. He's so strong. And they eventually died, having never revealed themselves. However, the ones who died since there were Makishima-san, Yamawaki-san, and today, Yasunaga Ribe-kun. He's doing what Big Black does in every Match Fest. This is just an assumption, but I believe these three would have revealed themselves before they died. Or rather, right after Yoshitsugu-kun came out as the Crow. Basically, it wasn't impossible that his intense reveal was just a bluff. If the Crow is a fake, then there could be real wolves among the ones who were lynched. The old man who cried wolf, Kanzo Makishima-shi, Tayamawaki-san, there could be more than one, too. I didn't lie. The old farts who got hanged were all humans. And finally, the possibility that the snake, Haruaki Fusaishi-kun, is a fake. Here we go. He revealed himself on the third day, so the conditions were the same as for Yoshitsugu-kun. However, he declared that Muro-san, Yasunaga-kun, and Haru Makishima-san are humans, and the only one still alive is Makishima-san. Haru-chan looked at the floor and fell silent. Yeah, we are getting freed up. I'm cringing right now at how spot on his analysis is. Muro-san and Yasunaga-kun proved their innocence by being killed. However, there isn't enough to prove that Fusaishi-kun is innocent. A false snake can still tell the truth, after all. Because the wolves supposedly know who the other wolves are, right? Exactly. Oh, one more thing. It's also possible that both Fusaishi-kun and Yoshitsugu-kun are liars. But I find it really unlikely that the two with guardians were dead on the third day, and they just happened to replace them both. Well, unlikely or not, it's not impossible. But anyway, what do you think is the safest thing to do here? Hang everyone who's shady. That's one option, but it would take too much time. Let's think about what we do today. Get to the point, fatty. Whoa. Yoshitsugu-kun, are you actually... No. I'm a human. I'm the Crow, damn it. Yoshitsugu-kun, stop being so aggressive. And Hashimoto-san, you should get to the point. Everyone's hungry and stressed in here. Oh, sorry, apologies. Then let me say it. I do believe that Yoshitsugu-kun is most likely the real Crow. Oh. And I believe that Takumi Muro-san had a guardian of some sort. Takumi ni? Yes, after all, he said that he couldn't die yet. He'd noticed that too, huh? It also looked to me like he'd had something to say, and the wolves could have noticed that too. That's not very conclusive, is it? I can't deny that, but finding hard evidence during the feast is difficult. Therefore, we must consider the possibility that the wolves made some observations, acted based on what they saw, and succeeded. Yoshitsugu-kun really didn't seem like that type of person. He doesn't look like he could calmly observe people and act convincingly enough to pretend to have a guardian. So, are you saying that's the kind of person that I am? That's a personal attack. Do you think I'm a chameleon or something? Here we go. Haruaki, very strong on offense. His defense is some of the weakest, mashiest, shittiest defense I have ever seen. Haruaki's defense sucks. In a different situation, I'd be a compliment. Anyway, the thing I'm worried about the most is whether or not he's the real one. Hey Zen, how's it going? This guy is by Jimmy. If he's a fake, then Haru Makishima-san could be a wolf too. And it would be possible that Kori Aribe-san is being framed. Everyone turned a suspicious eye to me. Crap, Kaori-san's tragic mother act was working too well. Everyone wanted to believe her more than me. I'm raiding right now, so I have to catch the YouTube upload, Sag. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by. It will be up tomorrow, you already know. If we keep acting based on his investigations, we would have to kill Kaori Aribe-san, and then 2 or 3 more people. Then there would be a need to start suspecting whether Yoshitsugu-kun was a fake or not. During that time, the wolves would kill as many people as we did. It would be too late, and that's what I'm worried about. So pardon me, that's why I want Fusaishi-kun to sacrifice himself for us. We'll know if he's real based on Yoshitsugu-kun's power. And if he is, we would lynch Kaori, and then try to corner the other 2. And if he's fake, well, we would have to start suspecting Haru Makishima-san as well, who he claimed was a human. No, stop! I honestly don't know if we would win with this, and in the end, it will most likely be a matter of luck. However, if we let him do as he pleases, and let him create groups that should and should not be suspected at will, we would find ourselves with a problem that we can't solve. He'd have already done his job as someone who determined who did and didn't have to be suspected. If he's really a human, I believe he should sacrifice himself for us. Oh, I expected something like this. It seemed reasonable, but really it wasn't. It seemed kind, but it really wasn't. Also, if Hashimoto wasn't the freaking monkey, we could at least turn this back on him. Even so, winning against him wouldn't be easy. His guardian, position, appearance, and impression he'd given everyone were too powerful to overturn. Was the best angle of attack through logic or emotion? I decided I would simply be myself. That's good advice. Just be yourself, everyone. I have a counter-argument. Oh, yes? You underestimate the value of numbers. Everyone, Hashimoto included, seemed confused. I quickly began to explain. I'll explain on paper. Here, look. Drawing the diagram? I prepared an inkstone and got some water and dipped the writing brush in it to soften it up. I'd watched Rikako-san do this before. Then I melted the ink, prepared some paper, and began writing. Chikamochi, monkey. Yudai, monkey. Yoshitsugu, crow. Haruaki, snake. Haru, human. Kaoru-Yuribe, wolf. Kiyonosuke, Rikako, Uematsu, Meiko, and Hisako, unknown. He's making the flowchart, the Ken DP flowchart. This is our current state. The circles are confirmed humans, while the 4 triangles are the self-proclaimed and those that I investigated. If you trust all the triangles, there are 5 possible wolves and 5 humans. That's a complete tie. The humans will hang the suspects, while the wolves will kill the confirmed humans, so it will always be a tie. Understand? Everyone nodded, which I appreciated. In this situation, worst case scenario, specifically if we don't find any wolves besides Kaori-san and let them do as they please, you would soon have an equal amount of humans and surviving wolves. That would assure the humans' defeat. Because they won't be able to get a majority when voting. That's right, and I looked at Meiko. She was worried all day long, but when our eyes met, she became moody. What was that all about? If we keep Meiko alive, it's very likely that she would vote with the wolves. What? You're a dummy. You're a poopy dummy. Shaylee. A few hid their face. Stifling laughs, surely. Regardless, based on their reactions and how she responded, they were all clearly concerned that she was the badger. I didn't want to kill her, but it could be inevitable this time. If that happened and the wolves became wolves plus Meiko, the humans' defeat would be confirmed. If we don't hang either Meiko or a wolf today, we would instantly be in that situation. Assuming you and Yoshitsugu-kun are real. Oops, I clicked out of it, sorry. That's the scenario I'm referring to, yes. And I realize that's what most of you are indeed worried about. Listen, everyone. I know for sure that if we don't kill a wolf today, the human's defeat is sealed. When we hang me and find out I'm a human, it will all be too late. Hashimoto-san is certain that I'm suspicious and is suggesting that you hang me just so you could see it as he does. But the choice between believing me and believing him is a choice between life and death. Some pretty good lawyering. You might trust him more than you do me, but are you aware of the weight that this decision carries? Can you trust in the idea that he has led you to such a fork in the road? If you let me live and hang Kaori-san, and if I live to tomorrow, I will reveal another human or wolf. If we know who all the humans besides Meiko are, human victory would be assured. If I find another wolf, I would have to survive another day, but after that again, human victory would be certain. 3 people would be hanged, 2 would be killed, and with that, this massacre would all be over. All you have to do is trust me and let me live. Hashimoto-san, his logic seems sound. What do you think? Oh dear, I accidentally counted Meiko-chan as a human, and I'm even the one who mentioned the badger. You don't trust me, but don't you think you should let me live at least one more day? No, I don't actually. Why? What you're saying is basically that the wolves have 4 votes, and we have to lower that number. We don't know who the wolves are. If we believe you, it's Oribe-san. But if we don't, it's not her, but you. You are self-aware enough to understand that you're also pushing them into a grave choice that could kill them, right? What a counterattack. What an answer. I'm completely certain that she is a wolf. While your confidence in your idea is 70%, mine is 100%. But the same can't be said about the rest. You probably already noticed, but it's a way to prevent the humans' defeat today. There is a way to prevent the humans' defeat today, and one everyone would accept. And it's lynching Meiko-chan. Oh my god, that sting. Everyone slowly looked at the girl. Oh man, this sucks. Oh god, I just got like, my heart just sank. He wasn't wrong. It was hard to accept, but yeah. But it was also something we wolves would have to do to emerge victorious. Also, if we let her die this feast, we could have Kaori-san with us for another day. No, that wasn't good. Kaori-san had to die today. She could go out of control, and on top of that, if I didn't prove my legitimacy as a snake, Hashimoto's argument would have me killed tomorrow. Wait, there's nothing we would learn from killing the little girl. If she really is the badger, the crow would only find out that she was a human. The snake would reveal another one of us, but the truth would still be a mystery. Isn't that ultimately just putting off the same decision? Yeah, we need to hang Kaori and have Yoshi say she was a wolf. And then, again, my hope is he goes crazy because he just lost his brother, realized his mother was the one that did it, and then hopefully he just goes off and, like, kills himself. Or, like, kills someone else even. Like, that would be the best. Well, there's no guarantee that the snake would survive this night. In fact, it's very unlikely. Aren't we already in a situation where our fates are outside of our own hands? No need to be pessimistic yet. The spider could still be alive. Yeah, because the spider wasn't Tai, right? I see. If the spider protects Fusashi-san, the snake would survive the night. He might go off on Hashimoto. Yeah, that'd be great if he went off on Hashimoto. But he'd more than likely go off on... No, because he couldn't really go off on us either, because just because we exposed that she was a wolf doesn't mean that we coerced her into it. If he went off on Hashimoto, that's S tier, because then Hashimoto, like, either dies or he would have to defend himself and, like, I don't know, we'll see. We can hear what Hassan has to say tomorrow and decide whether to hang him then. It'd help Yoshi too, so maybe we really should hang Meiko-chan. He was the only one whom today's vote would have a different meaning. He was the only one to whom today's vote would have a different meaning. He had a choice between believing the snake or Yudai and his mother. Wait, are you really gonna kill this little girl? What's the difference at this point? We've already killed 3 people. We don't even know why she's siding with the wolves. Shouldn't we try talking to her first? Meiko, you must not believe the wolves. I hate you! I hate you! It's the Anakin Skywalker. Get a grip, Meiko-chan. You're a human. If you side with the wolves, they will kill you. I won't die. Hey, Meiko, will you really help the wolves? You big dummy, Fusayuki. I couldn't get a read on her at all. Why was I the only one she was so antagonistic to? Meiko, I have the high ground. I hate you! They're like on a lava planet. Mustafar, aka Yasumizu. Hanging Kaori Aribe would really remove a wolf. That would make me more trustworthy, since the crow would reveal his mother's identity and everyone would accept the tragic truth. Failure meant death. This wasn't a case of high risk, high reward. It was all or nothing. I tell you, Fusaishi loves to freaking DP. A matter of life and death. However, I really was out of options here. Allow me to suggest something. God, this guy never shuts up. I'd already used up all the info I had and said everything I could. First, Let's choose between whether we hang Meiko or Fusaishi-kun or Oribe-san. The former is a time extension, while the latter is a choice between victory and defeat. Keep that in mind while choosing. If the former wins, we simply do it, but if the latter wins, we vote on then whether we hang Fusaishi or Oribe. This man is looping four-way mix. Yeah, he's just running C-Roa pressure. Wait, we can't vote for anyone else? If we let the votes spread out, the wolves could take control by voting together. We can't lose a single human right now. He didn't have to worry about that. After all, both suspects were wolves. However, his emphasis on how heavy the choice would be probably made everyone partial to hanging Meiko. We out ourselves as a looper here? That's a strat. What was I to do next? How would I deal with the aftermath of killing Meiko? Another thing, it's already kind of happening, but I think you should be in charge right now. If no one objects, then certainly. As if anyone would. Then, let's hold the first vote. Uematsu-san, if you please. Haruaki-sama, the brush, please. I gave it back to her. With that, I'd been reduced to a mere suspect. Now, those who want to lynch Meiko, please. Wait. What is it? Kaori-san. You're all planning on hanging Meiko, aren't you? Everyone looked at each other. That was probably the consensus, but no one understood why she was asking that. Is there a problem with that? That's just... That just won't do. I won't be able to die. Crap. Oh, crap. A moment later, she jumped up and faced Yoshi-kun. Then I'll kill Yoshitsugu. She then extended her hands before her. Huh? What? Die like Yasunaga did. She reached for her son's neck. The next moment, she was blown away. Hashimoto-san tackled her as fast as he could. It was incomparable to Kumi-san's tackle from last time. The weight and momentum was on a whole other level. Do you do sumo? American football. Smart, charismatic, and strong, huh? This guy has no weaknesses, but... Mom, hey, what are you doing to her? Get away, you fool. Huh? Ikako-san, get the rope. I'll hold her down. Everyone was calm. They all methodically handled the sudden threat. Kaori Oribe lost consciousness and was tied up. Everyone started to vote without her. The only one who voted to hang Meiko was Oribe Yoshitsugu. Thus, we moved on to the final vote. Haruaki Fusaishi only got votes from Yoshitsugu and Meiko. Kaori Oribe got the remaining 7. This is good for us. Everyone calmly decided to lynch Kaori. And now the freaking X Factor is gone. Yoshitsugu, Yoshitsugu, please, I beg you, die with me. She wailed those and similar things all the way to the hanging pine. The tackle left her with a few broken bones and dislocated joints, so she couldn't stand by herself anymore. He went full-on spear tackle. Thus, Hashimoto-san had to carry her under his arm. Yeah, Yoshi has to hold it together and confirm that she's the crow, and then go crazy. Yoshitsugu-kun was, or that she's a wolf, and then go crazy. Yoshitsugu-kun was with us too, but only because Haru-chan was dragging him along. He looked like his soul had left his body. It seemed like he wanted to avoid looking her in the eyes or hearing her voice. As someone who pushed something like this on Fusaishi-kun, I have to take responsibility. Kaori Oribe, I'm sorry for making this so hard for you. Yoshitsugu, Yoshi. With the noose on her neck, right before she was thrown into the mist, she stopped screaming and looked at me. There was no madness in her eyes. Her mind was clear. I felt like that was her way of telling me to fulfill my promise. Don't look at us. A fall. A quiet shriek. Oh my. I killed a person. He made that simple and extremely belated observation. The son, now both an orphan and an only child, collapsed to his knees. Kaori-san, She kept her promise. Most of that, no, all of that may have been an act. If she hadn't done that, it was likely that Mako would have been hanged. And tomorrow, it would have been my turn. I was both thankful and apologetic to her. After all, I couldn't fulfill my promise yet. Without its owner, the dining hall had become an extremely empty place. It felt like the soul had left this world, or like its mind was elsewhere. It was noon, yet nobody had eaten anything yet. I volunteered to make something, but Kiyonosuke said that he couldn't trust me yet, so I refrained. The one who picked up the responsibility was Hashimoto-san. He could cook, too? What can't he do? As it turned out, no, not really. Okay, cook. He can't cook. They just made some plain vegetables boiled with some basic seasonings. It wasn't anything delicious. He wasn't perfect. He was simply a human who was a bit more fearsome than the rest. We couldn't leave the dining hall for the whole day. Yoshitsugu-kun wanted to be alone, but the poor guy wasn't even granted that. With the state he was in, everyone was worried that he would pull something, so they didn't make an exception, even for him. How can a doting mother like that kill her own son? She said that when he went to the bathroom. It was an extremely normal question from an extremely normal person. If Chiemi were alive, she'd have probably said something like, "No one can resist God." I can now vaguely understand those words. The thing binding the people of Yasumizu, the thing lying dormant within Haru-chan, it felt like it was closer than ever, just beyond the mist. I think if you're Haruaki here, we kill Hashimoto or Mochi, and you point to one of the other three and say they're human. You point to like Mamiya, or Nosato maybe, who's like the least threatening of those, and say that you found a human. Because like, if you just ping, like you find wolf, 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 that's really suspicious. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 to find a wolf though, but like, I think you ping the human, and then it'll be like, oh well, the other two are the wolves, and so you hang one, then you kill Yoshi that night, and then you kill the other, and then you hang the other, and then you kill Yudai at the end. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the play, the thing I just outlined. But you don't find a wolf. You find a human. Then they'll hang a human. Then you'll kill Yoshi so they don't know that they hung a human. And then you'll hang another human. I think that's what you do. There was something I wanted to ask Mochi. It wasn't something I could ask in public, though, and I didn't get a chance to have a secret chat with him. There are still people who are wary of you, so I will testify that you went back home and stayed there. When it was time to call it a day, he put some pressure on me. You're the one who's wary of me. Maybe. Who knows? How great would it be if all my worries were baseless? No, your worries are based, my friend. I agreed with him on that. He was right about a lot of things. However, he couldn't leverage it well. And that was despite his persuasiveness and connections. Why'd he lose? One of the reasons was underestimating the madness controlling Yasumizu and the unity that the wolves shared. And another reason was my ability to cheat. Death looping. Looking back at it, I'd made it this far despite failing to kill Yasunaga-kun once. It's just Kira versus L. Hashimoto's gonna wash Fusaishi-kun's feet on the stairs in the rain, and like that's him admitting defeat to it's like, you won, Fusaishi-kun, but I can't prove it. That would be really funny. I couldn't have cleared this game in one go if it didn't have the ability to use trial and error. Even so, the end was near. Dusk. We're killing Yudai Hashimoto. This is stupid. Oh, we just did it. Okay. We found the opportunity to kill him and we took it. The process was the same as always. We used the nearby farming tools to cut, stab, and crush him thoroughly. I wanted a more effective method, honestly. That was probably why Yasunaga-kun killed Takumi-san with a gun the first time around. This is dumb. This is dumb as fuck. Because now Mochi outs us, I think. However, I didn't want the method to give me away, and I wanted to prevent any dying messages like the one Chiemi had falsified in that previous loop. Making an absolute mess of the body seemed like the most reasonable method. Was that thought born out of madness? Of course it was. It was pure insanity. I ran circles in my mind to try to keep it stable enough to make at least somewhat rational decisions. Tearing apart the mountain of flesh was extremely hard work. Once done with that, Haruchan and I went back. Our discussion for what we'd do tomorrow was simple. Yoshitsugu-kun would use his crow powers to prove that Kaori was a wolf. That would prove that I was the real snake. We'd hang a random somebody tomorrow and use that night to finally get rid of the crow. The day after tomorrow, there would be 6 people left with the badger on our side. We'd have 3 votes. Is Mako really the badger? Most likely, though I'm not sure if she'd actually betray the humans if we revealed that we were the wolves. Why is she so antagonistic towards me? She's a maiden. Maiden? Nothing. Well, I think it'll be alright. Wait, is this lore? Or does Haru just mean, like, girls don't like us? But to be sure, we should depend on something more reliable. Yeah, exactly. We should kill Rikaku, Uematsu, or Kyonosuke no Sato and use the night to kill Mochi, right? You okay? I'm used to it. Boy, have I changed. I'm actually used to killing now. I wonder if I'll be able to live a normal life after this. Did Haru just out herself as not a virgin? I don't... Maybe? I didn't get that vibe. You can atone for your sins or whatever. You're still underage. Would you be facing capital punishment? I don't know, though. I doubt they think it was involuntary manslaughter. Then, let's run away. We talked about that yesterday too, right? The sin is the same, either way. Is it now? We'll meet again no matter what. Right? Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'll be with you no matter what. She's making less and less sense to me. She's talking in some, like, Revelations type stuff. Don't say that you've fallen for me. It's uncool. Don't worry, I won't. It's uncool. Huh. Wow. I'd set her on the path of evil. Scolding her for something now was extremely uncool. I won't say it if it'll bother you. Hey, you should just do what you want. I mean, that's one of the perks of being evil. Then, I'll just do what I want. Good. How about a kiss? As long as she doesn't show up. Surprisingly formal, aren't we? And there went your chance. You're so stingy. We parted ways. It was all smooth sailing from here. Yurei Hashimoto was dead, and Kaori-san, the most problematic wolf, ended up leaving the stage in the best possible way. All that was left were some throwaway feasts. I thought we were on a roll, and soon discovered how naive I was. I guess with that was like seeing if the entity is listening while Haru's in charge. And like, he kind of saw that she was listening. Hashimoto-san. Strangely enough, Mamiya-san didn't lose her composure upon seeing the pile of gore Hashimoto-san was reduced to. She stood frozen in place, and her voice was shaking, but that was it. The image of a woman trying to bear the shock and pain was both beautiful and moving. It seemed disingenuous to say that, considering I was the one responsible for her suffering, but I couldn't help how I felt. However, what she did next sent a chill down my spine. She ignored Hashimoto-san's body and walked over to a shirt Hashimoto-san had left laying in the corner of the hut. She moved the shirt to the side, exposing a camera. We were recorded? Had he planned this with Mamiya-san ahead of time? I knew something like this would happen. I knew he had like a fail-safe plan with Mamiya-san. I hadn't taken any precautions against that. While dismantling the body, we'd even talked to each other. Oh no, I'm dropping frames again, guys. Hold on, let's see if it stops. It's only a couple. She skillfully manipulated the camera. Did I have to destroy it now? No, I'd have no excuses for that. The charade would be over. Maybe we could try going wild like we... Maybe we could try going wild like Chiemi and Mochi did. Like when Chiemi and Mochi did. What was the point of that? I had to survive. Yeah, I'm dropping like a couple frames every couple seconds. If I went wild by myself, Haruchan would... Again, what would be the point of that? She was just a girl you'd find anywhere. She got into a different situation, accepted a difficult reality, and learned from it, just like anyone would. Even though it was hardly a normal form of growth, it was charming and beautiful to us men. Yeah, it's going to start freaking out. I can see it. I can see it in the corner of my screen. It's going to start freaking out. That much was obvious, but it was worth protecting my own life. That question had to be answered with a no. However, I turned around and looked at Haruchan standing at the end of the group. She had a knife in her hand. I slightly shook my head. After a moment of hesitation, she returned it back to the murder scene. It was a foldable knife covered in blood belonging to Hashimoto-san. I'd picked it up and used it when we were dismantling the body. No, that didn't mean anything to us. I hadn't turned around. Haruchan have surely went wild on her own. She was obviously going to protect me like that, even if it meant getting herself hanged. Oh man, I really liked that, but I'd finally found the theoretical justification for scolding her properly. Up until this point, I'd still thought it important to consider what I'd do with her after the feast was over. I felt responsible for promoting her growth and making sure the evil girl blossomed properly. In the end, though, the emergency before us was no emergency at all. No good. A fixed camera? That's pretty bold. What did it show? Nothing. Just the body. She threw the camera at me. I checked, and apparently it was a 2-hour-long recording starting at 9 in the evening. The wolves' work started at 10. Hashimoto was sharp as always. He even got the time right. I played the footage back, and like she said, it just showed a body. I was supposed to show him alive at the start, and then show us in the wolves' outfits come at about 10 and start committing the murder. However, the video only showed a mountain of flesh and bone lit up by the electric light. Do you think Shinai did something about that? Like, cut the camera or whatever? Also, it looks like the frame rate is fine again now. If you want to refresh, you might get a couple seconds back. However, the video only showed a mountain of flesh and bone lit up by the electric light. No, it looks like you're actually live enough, so... yeah, I think we're fine. But if you want to refresh, it might be a good play. Was the time within which the wolves worked cut off from the rest of the world? Control through sleep, transformation through the real story, mist, corruption, death loops, and digital video problems. Was all this connected to God? In this timeline, I'd gained a bunch of important info that had brought me closer to the truth. That gave me a bit of a bad feeling, though. What if the truth and the subject of fear were one and the same? What if I never reached the truth? A limitless mystery meant limitless fear. Mom was a wolf. Everyone reacted with relief or surprise. Yoshitsugu-kun and I had reached the same conclusion. He seemed like the real thing, and it was hard to believe both of us were wolves. That meant that I'd told the truth, making me the real snake. I found another wolf today. Oh, we're just spamming? Okay. It's Kyonosuke no Satoshi. Thus, my lies would work. What? That can't be. I'm human. I see how it is, Haruaki Fusaishi-san. You were the wolf all along. And that was why his overreaction seemed like the pathetic struggling of a wolf. All that was left was for me to do was lie until the end. I'm not lying. Yeah, he said the truth. I see. So you got rid of one of the wolves, just so you could survive? Rikako-san, you're no wolf, are you? No, I am not. Miss Mamiya, you... Well, they both looked at each other with suspicion. There were only 2 wolves left, Kyonosuke-shi and someone besides themselves. Well, I understand your suspicions, but there's only 6 people left. 2 are wolves and 1 is a badger. It won't end until all the wolves are hanged, and the choices are hard to make, and all that we have to rely on are the snake's messages. Also, the one who died last night was Hashimoto-san, who was antagonistic toward Fusaishi-kun last night. We weren't what I'd call enemies. His suspicions had reasonable basis. In the end, even he voted for Kaori-san yesterday. He probably decided that she was a danger that had to be removed from the feast as soon as possible. I said I should be wary of you until the very end. He said I should be wary of you until the very end. It's entirely possible that you ordered Kaori-san to do something self-destructive. Mamiya-san. I thought you were with me and Hashimoto-san in the opinion that people aren't driven mad so easily. I've seen more than enough counter-arguments for that here, and it's possible that you were like that from the start. You could be insane enough to order her to do that like it was nothing, and she could have been insane enough to comply. And if that's true, we're being played like fiddles. I've had enough. I've had enough of being suspected, no matter what I do. Of course you would be. You're a fake snake. And you're a fake human. We are not the same. Hit him with the Stan Edgar. I am a fake snake. You are a fake human. We are not the same. No one trusts either of us. We're unpopular outcasts. Oh, he said we are the same. I'm tripping. Oh, who will win this fight? Chikamochi, you little... I believe Fusaishi-san. He even said that I'm human. Really? My intuition says that Hassan is pretty shady. Ms. Mamiya, can I assume you don't believe him? She was conflicted, obviously. Rikako-san, you... I find it hard to believe that a wolf got rid of a wolf. But from my perspective, that's exactly what happened. The wolves are two mates and a child. There must be a strong bond between them. I think the spider should save Yoshi tonight. Because if that happens, we'd have to play off, but it actually doesn't matter. We kill Rikako tonight. Or Mamiya. We kill one of Rikako or Mamiya tonight. Because the spider's one of the two, and they're not protecting the other one. And no, we kill one of those two, and then we just have the votes. Excuse me. Then we just have the votes. While we fear the mist, respect the feast, I find it acceptable to hang others. For Yasumizu. Yoshi will out you, it doesn't matter, we have the votes. The wolves would most likely help and protect one another. You can't trust Mako? I think you can. I think that's your play. You have to trust Mako. That may have been the original intent. Then maybe it was Kaori-san's self-sacrifice for the other wolves. Like hell. She was made into a wolf, forced to kill Aniki, and went insane. That's it. She wasn't thinking any evil shit. That was probably how I'd have been if I were a local. Perhaps Kaori-san might have been thinking something like that too. I don't know if you can trust Mako, but like the spider is 100% protecting Yoshi here. But like the spider, you can't try to kill Yoshi here. You lose even harder if you try to kill Yoshi here. You have to just kill a random. She died because of a bargain. Her giving up on life and my sinister plotting. If Rikako-san was right and there was some sort of bond between the wolves, it didn't apply to us outsiders. Chimi had proven that last time, when she'd cruelly used an outsider wolf as a sacrifice. Anyway, now that I had Rikako-san and Yoshitsugu-kun's vote, I couldn't lose now. I had no idea what Mochi would do, but he could easily vote as he wanted, despite knowing it was a mistake. There was no need to worry. Miko-chan, who are you voting for? Mister, are you a wolf? I'm saying I'm not. Bah, Ani-chan, you're human? I'm a monkey. That means I'm human. One-chan, I am human as well. Fusayuki-san? I'm a human. If you want to be friends with the wolves, then I can't be friends with you. Mako, please, wake up. I hate you. Hold on. Mako was actually kind of manageable. We continued to argue for a while, but nobody provided anything decisive. If you just lean down, it's... Noon came and everyone became even hungrier and exhausted. Even so, no one said we should vote because it was clear to us all that the results would be inconclusive. If it continued like this, no one would be hanged, human or wolf. That'd mean their defeat. But anyone who suggested that we not vote would be considered a wolf. Thus, the only one who suggested we end it was Mako, but only because she was hungry. Time passed by and we didn't get anywhere. I'm hungry. How many times are you gonna say that, brat? We do not have much time. We must clean up as well. If we do not end it fast, it will be bad for us. You want us humans to lose? Just like that? The same will happen if we hang. Mamiya-san, please. You have to believe me. What am I supposed to do here? I'm getting tired here. Why aren't we voting anyway? If you don't know, shut up. I don't expect anything from you. Hassan, why aren't we voting? Because the amount of people who'd vote for me and those who'd vote for him is the same. So Yoshi, Haru-chan, Ri-chan, and Hassan would vote for Uncle. I see. Why didn't anyone tell me that it'd all be over if I just voted for him too? Wait. That would lead to the humans' defeat. If we're gonna lose, then let's just get it. Yo, Mochi's on the go next plan. Who cares if the wolves win? Kamoshida-sama, that is not something the monkey should say. Whatever. I'm an eccentric. You're just like him. What? Kinosuke-shi's quiet, sad voice drew everyone's attention, not just Mochi's. You're just like the head of the family from 3 generations ago. Your great-great-grandfather. What do you mean? The Nosato family is 3rd in terms of importance. The Miguruma are 1st, the Higuchi are 2nd, and our standing and wealth don't even compare to theirs. With the recent advances in medicine, herbalism, our family trade, grew useless over the years. However, we continue to survive as a head family because we focused on study and research, following the mentality of the crow. Mentality of the crow? Devour the claws and steal the skills. Devour the eyes and steal the writings. Devour the tongue and steal the words. Offering those up to Fushiyoshi shall be as the will of the crow. Uncle, Daddy said that the mentality is a new word, so it's actually wrong. Do not bother me with that. Anyway, it means that we must contribute to our homeland through learning, even if it means preying on the dead and stealing knowledge. Fushiyoshi? Is that the old name for Fujiyoshi? How's that related? Sorry. We survived by learning Western medicine, engineering, and technology before the other families. Most excellent. How unlike the Uematsu. You have my sympathies for growing up with nothing but the burden of tradition. Now, we survived through our dedication to learning, but there was a moment where the entire structure almost fell apart. Oh yeah, we're dropping 1,000,000 frames now. Man. Yeah, it's like doubled since I last checked. Nope. God, we're dropping the frames again. And it's a lot. Yep, it's basically every frame we're dropping now. I mean, I could stream... excuse me. I could stream in lower resolution. That would fix it. That blows, but I could stream in lower resolution and record in a higher resolution. Yeah, the connection's unstable now. I could try doing that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna restart the stream real quick. Okay, we're back. Let me know how it looks. Yeah, we're back. Everyone there? I just want to talk about this real quick. I have to do 2 tournament streams next week, and I don't know if my net can handle them now. So, like, this is really bad. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Because it means I'd be putting lower resolution out there for others. When I run streams for other people, it's going to be on a lower resolution. That's going to suck. This is, like, really, really bad. So, I guess we're going to pick back up with this. So, let me just give it a second for everybody to catch up again. I'm not dropping frames at 1080p 30 FPS. So maybe that's what I stream at. I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, I don't know the real difference of needing like 60 FPS versus wanting versus, you know, having 30. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to yammer on about it though. It's really deflating though. He amassed incredible wealth by leaving the village and investing in business. It's half the data per second. Yeah, I know. It's like you don't. No, I understand like the. I understand the need, like not the need, but I understand the like, the difference in lift on it. I just don't understand how it is as a viewing experience, for like, especially for fighting games. Like, I feel like you need the 60 for fighting games, right? Like to see things properly. I don't know. He amassed incredible wealth by leaving the village and investing in businesses and markets no normal person could understand. Even the war was a business opportunity for him. But soon after that, he threw away all contracts and deeds and shut himself in his mansion in Yasumizu. While the main house was in severe financial distress, fighting game 720p 60 is much better than 1080p 30. See, that sucks too. While the main house was in severe financial distress, he spent the rest of the days here, using his power as a village head to perform inhumane things. As far as I know, he killed animals by the dozen on a whim. Just like you. Oh. That's why you were disowned. They thought you were the second coming of the great-great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, and that you'd bring ruin to Nasato. No, to all of Fujiyoshi. And now you're here nonchalantly making a mess of his life and death situation. You don't deserve a single vote. You say that, but do you have any of the will of the crow in you? You remain an outsider. You little Fujiyoshi. Ridicule Yasumizu, and you don't even do proper work. Even I can sometimes shut up for everyone's sake, you know? Oh, I wanted him to shut up right now. Hassan. I'll vote for Uncle. Relax and start the vote. Wait, is that really okay? Shut up. You spent all this time doing nothing but worry about what you think. We are running out of time. Let's start the vote. Damn it. Damn it! These were the results. Hisako, Kionosuke, and Meiko voted for Haruaki. While Yoshitsugu, Haru, Rikako, Chikamochi, and Haruaki voted for Kionosuke, Nosato. Most people play fighting games in 60, so that would be more noticeable, I think. Yeah, but like, it's just BS that I'd have to sacrifice the resolution. 5 against 3. It was more difficult than I'd expected, but it was decided that Kionosuke no Satoshi would be hanged. Yeah, that's like a huge difference, obviously. Though he didn't struggle much, Kionosuke muttered things under his breath the whole time. He was probably cursing me. How pathetic. I wanted to get this over with as soon as possible. So what I'm doing right now is 1080p on 30 FPS. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I'm actually really frustrated. I'm gonna call my ISP after the stream and see like how this is like. Maybe I just don't even have enough juice to stream in what I want, and I just need to look for a different ISP. We don't want him biting Hassan or something, so I'll be the one pushing him down. Yay! You little Kamoshiro-sama. Allow me. Not like people need to see a frame-perfect frame trap. If they get hit by it, they know it happened, you know? Well, assuming it's even choice, the frames matter more than the resolution for fighting games. Yeah. Why make him happy? That's funny. Nosato-sama, I am sorry things turned out this way. You truly believe I'm a wolf then, I assume? Yes. I would not hang a human. Very well. You will eventually find out the truth, and you will despair. Knowing what you feel then makes me feel regret, rather than anger. Oh, if only you were a wolf. Then I could have proudly died to keep you alive. With this, I will only be a shield that gives you a day or two more. My apologies. If I could take in the corruption and all other poison, I would have done it long ago. You really need to treasure your heart and body more. I am merely doing this out of I simply want to find meaning in my own death. Haruaki Fusaishi, hear this. Your misdeeds will become known whether you win or lose. However, find whatever semblance of pride a villain like you may have, and stop doing this to make women cry. Since this is the last time we'll talk, let me clear this up. There's nothing between me and Rikako-san. Yes, indeed. Also, as you are aware, I am not a wolf. What a circus this has been. Don't you wolves have guns or something? The suffering from that would be over in an instant. Please, do shoot me. I'm willing to praise your excellent performance, but honestly, I've had enough. I've had enough of looking at your face, too. Fine by me. Just go. You don't have to tell me that. May I? Please back away, Rikako-san. Back away. I shall do this myself. She backed off. Oh. Oh, he jumped. Until the very end, he was so pitiful. No. So human. He jumped, fell, and with a pathetic-sounding cry, stopped breathing. Everyone separately whispered, "Rise not," and left the graveyard. Things were going as always, until the moment... He's right. She said that. I completely forgot. We said we'd search for the gun Serizawa-san used to kill herself. Everyone froze. I believe we should fear the worst, that the wolves took both the gun and the bullets. I do understand that it doesn't make complete sense to fear a gun that, for all we know, may not exist. I'm dropping frames at this resolution. Yeah, it's just chunking. I'm dropping frames again. I think I have to end the stream. I don't... This is going to become unwatchable really fast. Yeah. I'm not going to continue with this if I'm just going to keep dropping frames like this. What is my speed at? Let me run a speed test real quick. Yeah, I'm getting sub 10 upload consistently. And I'm supposed to get 40. This is just garbage. I'm in a bad mood now. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just in a bad mood now. I'm ending stream. This is just unwatchable. I'm sorry. Let me just save. We could get it in VC and I could stream it. What do you mean? Oh, like no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to accept that this is okay. This is not okay. So I need to literally pull the trigger and cancel my ISP and find a better one, because this is just unacceptable. I'm gonna call them again after this. It's just so frustrating. Let me go to the main menu. Look at that. I'm not even doing anything and it's dropping frames. Joke. All right, well, I'm going to end here. So, long story short, we still got more Raging Loop to go, at least. I guess there's that. Here is my schedule for next week, in case anyone is curious. I might just cancel this Tuesday stream. Real talk, I might just cancel this Tuesday stream. So I am basically out all next week. I don't even know what I'm going to do on Monday and Wednesday now. I'm supposed to run a tournament for somebody else on Monday and Wednesday, but I just don't seem to have the bandwidth to do it. So I will be at CEO next weekend, Thursday through Monday. I'm coming back, so I may just take a break. This is really hurting me, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can get around to, like, I don't know. Hopefully we can find a solution to this. It's really saddening. It ruined the debut, and now it's ruining tonight. And this is 2 days in a row. and this is not 2 isolated incidents. So I'll catch you all on the flip side. Keep an eye on the Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at RyerOnStream. You can catch my YouTube channel. The YouTube uploads are all fine. So if you want to watch it on YouTube without any scuff, the YouTube uploads are all fine. You know, follow me on those socials. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm dropping 20% of frames right now, so I'm not gonna put everyone through that. Let's see. I can throw a quick raid to somebody, so at least you can watch something tonight. Let's see who's online. Let's see. Oh my god, the 30 FPS looks so bad. Like, I can see the 30 FPS versus the 60. It looks so bad. I'm not gonna. This is unacceptable. I'm not gonna stream in this. I would stream in 720p with 30 FPS or 60 FPS rather than stream this garbage. This looks so bad. So, let's see. Who am I raiding? I'm gonna raid Nick. Nick is doing his 24-hour stream. Go ahead and he's playing some Valorant. We're gonna go ahead and raid him, and y'all have a good night. I'm getting the hell out of here. This is just, I'm so sorry. I am just so sorry. This is so unacceptable. All right, y'all be good to one another.